two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. They are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation, and now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
They'll move the tight end. Jones wants to throw it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He almost broke that one. They finally get him stopped, but let's see if he had a little... There's a penalty marker down. So just a lack of discipline, and on 4th down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. Called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back, who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on second down. Oh, pressure's coming. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
QB's running around. It's normal nowadays. You see such good athletes at the quarterback position. But I tell you what, he better start sliding too. Get some first downs, that's fine. Get some yards, that's fine. Make sure you slide on the ground so you don't take too many licks like that.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Jones to throw. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Got his man. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. And a sure tackle after the completion, and he stopped short.
And your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the 1st half.
They'll give it the ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Snapped it in the shotgun. Left side, it's Singleton. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. The Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Running the red zone. It's Pryor. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Out wide right, it's Montgomery. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go with a direct snap. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading. And so, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff. And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Off-play action. Makes the grab over the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Motion from the wide receiver. And he goes out of bounds short of the marker. I don't think he got close.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's ball. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's deep shot for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He's got enough. Turns it on at midfield. Racing down the left side. Past the 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. He got a step and just dusted the field. Extra point here will give them the lead. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Snags it quickly on the left. At the 35, he's loose. Flying down the left side. The 20, the 10, into the house. Touchdown, Florida.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Keeps it himself and gets the first. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia.
Talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these. They're just weapons of mass destruction.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones wants to throw it. Right side, it's Ball. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Looking left. Caught on the left side by Wilson. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Stepping to the right. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
The Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On the snap, it's Frazier. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give, running right, it's Frazier. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. Inside the 30. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense. And to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
And with the extra point, it's 21-13. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Cal taking on the Jacksonville State Gamecocks.
Coming out with it, it's Phillips. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out wide left, it's Humphries. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Frazier.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On play action. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
3rd and long coming up. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive in the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Direct snap. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
There used to be a time in college football when tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and it'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Send the tight end in motion. Here's Jaden one more time. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. The corners are walked up tight. Wide receiver going in motion. Jones wants to throw it. Intercepted for the 11th time. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Frazier again. Oh, he's got some space. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. down. Here's Frazier. Maybe a crease. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. In the backfield, it's Humphreys. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, we know the defensive coordinator's been harping on his guys about this. Earlier in the game, this quarterback was killing him with his scrambling ability and his ability to take off. That time, though, nice adjustment by the defense. It was almost as if they were expecting him to scramble that time. Really, really nice job defensively.
Third and long right here. They'll give to Frazier. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's gone! And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Jones to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Taken out of bounds after Good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Out wide right, it's Montgomery. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive to get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Snap it to the back. He is denied. No good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Stockton. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Georgia going up tempo. Just going to keep it after the snap. Plows through the defense. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Hits inside. It's Frazier.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Making the adjustment on the play. Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Frazier again. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put this one in the vault.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turned and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing, and win this game for us, and that's exactly what happened.
Here's a gift to Frazier. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The kick is on its way. Now he fields it in his own end zone. They bring him down strong. Effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah,